Getting into the huddle today, my name is Nick Duhame. For anyone that's brand new, if you are brand new, welcome to today's DAC Huddle. We do these every Monday to Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Every day, there's a different quarterback on sharing valuable information and messages that you can literally take and apply to your day-to-day in this business. And I'm Nick Duhame. I'm an independent broker with DAC. I've been part of DAC for the past 7 years now. And it's been a journey, guys. And all I can say is from the time I've started, because I was enrolled, I was introduced to this business, this company by my father, Matt Duhame. You'll see him on these huddles and on the recordings, but it's amazing to see what we've been able to create here as a company, as a team of brokers. This is a community, guys. This is a culture. This is a group. We act as if we are a family, even though we're not all related into the same teams, but we do come together here and we provide information so we can all go forward towards our goals. And in these huddles, we share the funding story, which you just heard, and we share a specific message that can resonate with you, that can help you, that you can share with your team members, your brokers in your team, but most importantly for yourself, so you can get after it. And my message for today is clarity creates progress. Clarity creates progress. But before I get into that message right now, I just want to share something because I was reflecting who I was as a broker when I started with DAC. And when I started with DAC, I would get on these type of calls. We didn't have Monday to Friday, but there was a daily, weekly call that we had. And I would listen to other brokers come on, Ellen, my dad, Harlequin, other brokers out there doing the work, getting after it, sharing their testimonials, their wins, right? And I was always inspired by that. I was motivated by that because I saw the huge, massive opportunity here to serve business owners. I saw it. David, our founder and leader of us all that has created this amazing company, I would listen to these calls and be touched by the message. And also I started to create a passion to actually see how this impacted, how this served businesses. And throughout time, it took me a while until I started to see some results, but I did not quit. I did not stop implementing what was being taught through the trainings, what was being taught through the other brokers and other leaders that were getting, standing in front of the camera, sitting in front of the camera and sharing their experiences. So I want to share this because I know a lot of you may be seeing brokers with results, maybe seeing brokers with team members that are receiving results, and maybe you're doing the work and the activity, but you still haven't found that one, let's just say, successful funded deal. You haven't helped a business owner yet, but you're still doing the work. It's so important. I want this message to resonate with you, that person that's going through that, to just understand, as long as you commit and you stick with the plan and you stick with the activity, the results will happen. And we had a week of phenomenal huddles. David, McGuire, my dad, Ellen, and lots of messages about delayed gratification, sticking with the process. Ellen, starting right from day one. My dad sharing about the urgency and just doing it now, and David around the world, McGuire, consistency. And we all share messages that really relate to each other. And if you are that broker that is going through that process, you're trying, just all I can say is, one, if you don't quit, you won't lose, right? You're not going to lose if you don't quit. So don't quit, because you're here listening to live testimonials, experiences from other brokers. The process works, the plans, the trainings work, the systems work. Just stay consistent, stay in the game, guys. All I can say is, because when I started off, it took some time until I started seeing my personal client acquisition results, right? I started building a team. Some team members started to receive results as well. But getting back to the message is, stay with it, don't quit, and keep going, because after a lot of applications in the beginning of my process of applications being submitted, declines, business owners that didn't want to move forward because it just wouldn't help their business. Those are things that we encounter, but through the process, we learn, we grow, we build thick skin, right? Because what's important is our intention, our belief, and informing and educating businesses in our local communities, in our towns, our neighboring communities, getting the word out, and with a team being able to expand that message even further, right? So my message is clarity creates progress. And when I started out, when I used to sell cars before DAC, I was actually introduced to DAC while selling cars. And when I started off, guys, I was hired. They told me, okay, go for it. You're out on your own, right? I didn't have someone or a system where they were showing me the training, what to say, how to introduce myself, where to go, where to start, what markets. I had nothing. They didn't provide anything of that, right? So I had to go out on my own and try to figure it out by myself. And you encounter a lot of friction there. You hit a wall when you're in that position, right? And also not even to mention the other sales guys there, they didn't want to share what they were doing and what was working, right? Competitive space. They didn't want to help you out. I share that message because here in DAC, we lay out, first of all the trainings are in place where David tells you exactly what to do, how to go forward, where to start, who to start with, what message to say, how to implement, how to share that message out in the community. Because business owners need to know about this, right? They have a need, and it's not now, at some point. So here in DAC, we have everything. And we also have brokers that are willing to share what's working for them, because the community here is to make, in the mission and the vision is to make an impact and serve and help. And every message that we're able to share helps everyone else out. So I share that story because here in DAC, we have everything in front of us, right? We have all the plans, the systems, the team, the culture, the support. But clarity creates progress. We're here as independent brokers, and no one tells us exactly what to do every day, right? That's freedom, that's power, but that could be easy. You can be easily distracted without structure. And this is what I wanted to share. Progress doesn't come from being busy. Progress comes from being clear in where you're going as a DAC broker, what it is you want to achieve, accomplish. What type of team do you want? What type of impact do you want to make and create in your community? Heck, nationwide, if you decide you want to be that type of leader, right? What are your goals? So where are we going as DAC brokers? What needs to get done today? What needs to get done today? Which are the critical tasks that we have in front of us? And how today's actions connect to the bigger goals we have for ourselves and for our team. Now, when our daily tasks are organized, they're written down, it's very important to have that in front because it gives you clarity, right? We gain direction. We stop guessing and start executing with intention. We improve daily execution instead of reacting just when the day starts and just saying, okay, what it is am I going to do today? We deliberately, with intention, win the day. And we create measurable systems by having clarity. How is that? Well, you're able to see from having those critical tasks, having all of that organized, you're able to see what worked in the past and what didn't, what worked best, what time ranges when you were out introducing yourself, getting the message out, worked the best, making phone calls, the walk-ins, or maybe with your team members, right? Maybe it's better to do a team Zoom call in the evening rather than, early in the morning or in the midday, right? So you're able to measure those systems. And over time, what's very important is you're able to build evidence, building evidence of your commitment, of your follow-through, of your past wins, and evidence of your progress. This creates something you can look back at and build confidence because you have achieved, you have committed to a plan. You've been executing that plan day in day out, every day, you're able to achieve those small wins that you set out for yourselves. And that creates confidence because you can look back and say, hey, I did this, I achieved this. And when a client reaches out to you and says, hey, Dexter, I need some, I need some funds. I have this going on. Guess what? You can look back and see, oh, I spoke to this business owner that day. I followed up this day. And guess what? He had me in mind to give me a call. So I have that evidence. I created that relationship. I planted that seed. And guess what? I was able, most importantly, to inform and educate that business owner of how I could be of service, how I'm a resource, right? Also, that evidence of the progress, if a team member of yours, a broker of yours, receives and helps a business owner, you can look back and see, okay, I've been doing team Zoom calls, I've been supporting them, and that is what builds your confidence to continue towards the big goals you have, right? So that evidence matters. And to sum it all up, guys, clarity creates direction. So clarity creates direction. We want to know what it is, where we're going, right? What it is we're going to do today, which is very important. Focusing on today, not tomorrow, but the tomorrow part is knowing where we're going to go. Okay, perfect. We know I want to serve this amount of businesses. I want to, this is the income, my ideal income. I want to have this team. I want to be able to have 50 brokers earning $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. Okay, this is where I'm going as a DAC broker. Now that clarity, that created direction, what it does, it creates urgency. Now that you know where you're going, and now that you know exactly what you need to do today, that creates urgency. That creates and forces urgency to take action. And that action creates progress, which cultivates results. So we want to have that clarity, guys. We want to have that clarity to have the direction where we're going. We want to understand what we're going to do today. We want to create that urgency to get going, to get moving, and then take action. And that action is going to create progress. And that progress, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it because this is something I practice. It will cultivate results. So, guys, another example. Let's say you want a dream body, all right? You have a specific body type, you want to get in shape or whatever, the situation may be. Maybe you just want to cut down a few pounds, or maybe you just want to feel good, right? That's not going to happen one day from another. You have to envision what type of outcome you want for yourself. Now that you understand, okay, this is what I want. I want this health style or this body for myself. I want this. Now that you have that in mind, what's the plan behind that? What do you need to do right now, today, and start today? What are the sacrifices? What are the actions? Now that you know exactly what to do, guess what? The fun part, you start taking action. One day, the next day, and you start stacking those wins, and you start building that momentum, and it starts to compound. And what happens when that momentum starts to compound? The results are inevitable. And it may take some more time for others, it may take less time for others. But as long as you stick to that plan, you're measuring yourself, you're adjusting, you continue to execute, you continue to look and believe in yourself, believe in what we have to offer, and you look at the big picture of what you want to accomplish, because we all have different goals, right? So you have to see what it is you want for your business. What do you want for your DAC business, for yourself, for your team? Are you building a team? You want to be a local leader? What is it that you are looking to go after? Once you have that clarity, now you can create clarity of what it is you need to do on a day-to-day basis to go after that. We share this a lot, guys. All the messages are very similar to what I'm sharing today, but I like to share this because it's something I practice. I practice every day, and I'm so far away from what I would like to accomplish here. And all I can say is, if everyone does and practices what every leader and broker shares here, and David and in the trainings, the clarity, the direction, the execution, the urgency, it's as long as you follow those systems and the systems in place that we train, the results are inevitable. So win the day on purpose with clarity, intention, discipline. Do that long enough, and the results become unavoidable. So the play of the day, guys, went a little long. My apologies, but I hope it helped. And the play of the day is write down the top 3 producing actions you will complete today. Only 3, just 3. I'm going to lay out a few. Get a pen and paper, write them down. Listen to this on the recording if you didn't get all of them. I'm going to lay them out. I'm not going to repeat them. So just only 3 of this from these. These are not goals. These are actions. New outreach to business owners. That could be a phone call, text message, email. It could be 1 to 2 of those. Follow-ups, phone calls, text messages, emails. That could be 2 or 3. 1 meeting in person. An in-person business owner walk-in. You walked into a business owner. Do 2 or 3 of those. Team and broker conversations. Reach out to your team, a few of your brokers, right? Do 2 or 3 conversations with your current team members, your brokers. A recruiting, team building message outreach. You're outreaching to see if there's any other potential brokers that would like to join your team, that would like to be part of this company. 2 or 3 of those outreaches. 1 post of a social media video talking about business funding or talking about the broker opportunity. Visit 1 bank manager. Reach out to your local chamber of commerce. Just choose 3. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's the intention of this. You want to do critical tasks that move you forward, but you don't want to do all of them. You want to focus on something that's achievable today so you can show yourself. You wrote those down. As you complete them, you scratch them off. Once all 3 are completed, you put a big W right next to that because you just won the day. And focus on winning the day every day, and you will win with whatever goals you have set out for yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in what it is you have to offer, and the rest will resonate. That's it, guys. That's the huddle. I'm going to break right now. 1, 2, 3.